Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Push the Envelope by Matt Tressel. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, which means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have extra regions. These two are extra regions, these gray regions. So each of these regions, we are also placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. So 1 to 6 here and 1 to 6 here. We also have arrows in the grid. So arrows are attached to circles. The digits on the arrows sum to the value in the circle. So, and you can repeat digits on them as long as Sudoku allows it. So I could do, say, 2, 2, and 1, and that would add to 5, and I could put a 5 there. All right. You don't have to repeat, but you can as long as Sudoku allows. Obviously, we're not doing 2, 2, 1 like that because the column prevents you from repeating in that case. All right, and that's it. Those are the rules. There is a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay, so I'm thinking about sixes, right? Because it's always a good thing to start with. I would think about these 3 cells, but actually we know that, well, we might as well go over it. We'll do this first. So we want to think about what's the minimum these could add to. And the best way to think about that is to take, we could take this row or this column or this box. Either way, we know these two can't repeat. So the minimum we can put on them is a 1, 2 pair. But then this can repeat the 1. So we could end up basically with 1, 1, 2. And that adds to 4. So the minimum of this and the minimum of this, because it's symmetric, is 4. Now this can only be 5, 6 because it can't be a 4, but this could be 4, 5, 6. So it's not that helpful. These are at least 3. So, in my head almost immediately I kind of rejected starting here with these arrows as like minimizing them because there's a lot of flexibility there. But then the next thing to think about is where do 6s go, right? Because you can't ever put a 6 on an arrow unless it's a 1 cell long arrow, because then you must add to bigger than 6, and 6 is the biggest number you can add to. And so I noticed this column here. This 4 is in a very opportune spot because you can't put a 6 on an arrow and you can't put a 6 on top of a 4. So in this column, this is the only place for 6. Okay. Any other places where 6 might be restricted then? We need a 6 in this column, and that's here or here. That's open though. Okay. Maybe we can think about how we're adding to 6 though, because the 4 is gone. So there's only 2 ways to add to 6 in 2 digits without repeating: 1, 5, and 2, 4. The 4 is gone, so we can't do 2, 4. So we're doing 1, 5. You can't do 3, 3. It repeats the 3. So with that's 1, 5. That makes this 2, 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. So we can only add 1 to that to get 6. That's our minimum. Well, since 1 was gone from these two, it adds 2 to its minimum sum because neither of them can be 1. So you end up with 2, 3. It's 5 plus 1. That's 6. This 6, these two 6s look down into this box, so 6 is in one of these two. Okay. Right, okay, so now we're a 6 in this row, because this 6 takes 6 out of these 3 cells, because it's in the same extra region there. And these obviously aren't 6. So we can place this 6. Is every circle going to be 6? I think so. So how are we adding to 6 here? We could do 2 plus 4, or we could do 1 plus 5. Interesting. Oh, you know what? We can think about this the other way. Where does this digit, whatever this digit is, let's call it green, where does it go in this row? It can't repeat in these 3 cells because it's in the same extra region. And it can't go on its own arrow. You can't have whatever this digit is. We can't have green plus 2 other digits equal green unless those 2 other digits are zeros, and there's no zeros. So if this green can't go in any of these cells, it has to go in this row somewhere. So it ends up exactly here, which makes it a 6, right? If this was a 4, it would mean that we could not place a 4 in this row at all. If this was a 5, we could not place a 5 in the row at all. So it has to be a 6. And that places this 6, and oh yeah, it places this 6 as well. All these 6s looking in like that. Okay, so all the circles are 6. Nice. So what do we do next? Do we think about 5s? Because these can't be 5. In fact, let's think about how we're adding to 6 maybe. Thing is, we could put a 1 on here. Could be 1, 2, 3. It could be 1, 1, 4. It could be 2, 2. It can't be 2, 2, 2. But there's something simpler. What are we? Let's look at this triple here. So we need a 2, 3, 4 here. Oh, okay. So where is 1 in this region? Because the 1 can't be here. There's the 1, 5 pair. And this 1 says not here. And this has this is a 6. So this region needs a 1 in it. It says each digit. So the 1 ends up right there. And now there can't be a 1 in these two. So this is 2, 3, and this is a 1, adding to 6. Nice. Same deal as over here, just sort of rotated. So these can't have a 1 on them, which means they are a 2 plus 4. That gives us the 3 and the 2. That's a 5. That's a 1 and a 5. This is 3 or 4. So the 2's over here. So this can't be 2. In fact, 2 is placed here in this box. This is 3 or 4. 3, 4 pair, so this is 1, 5. This one tells us the order, 5 and 1. Okay, if we think about this box, this is 3, 5. So that finishes this column with a 4. And, oh, this 5 says that can't be 5, because it's the same region. So that's 3, that's 5, that's 2 and 3. This is a 2. That places this 2. Let's see, this is a 4, 5 pair. This 3, 4 pair tells us that's 5, that's 4. This column finishes with a 1. This column finishes with a 3 and a 5. And, oh yeah, that was like, how's this 3, 4 pair resolve? It's this 4 here in the same region. So that's 3, 4, 3, 4, and we're done. Cool. Neat puzzle, Matt. It really flowed nicely. I wonder if there was like another way of thinking about this. Like you had to think about how this digit couldn't be 4 or 5 because it would remove 4 or 5 from the entire row once we place this 6. Or rather that these two are the same digit and these two are the same digit. I think finding that geometry is important. But yeah, really interesting. Good way to reinforce thinking about, like, if you've got a bunch of cells with arrows on them, where does 6 go? Really good thing to think about. Same with thermos, same with some other constraints. Think about where do the low digits go, where do the high digits go? Sometimes one or the other is restricted or both. Cool. Well, I enjoyed that. Let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.